The Latin Empire is long gone, but we revived it in my last game as Achaea. If you missed it, you should go and check that video, because today we're going to continue our campaign as the Latin Empire, where we will be facing many challenges like this Orthodox civil war. Turns out having no courts and no control anywhere isn't a good idea, especially if no one in your country has your culture or religion. So if you wanna see how do I deal with this, you'll have to stay until the end. Before starting, remember leaving a like and subscribe if you really like this content and want to see more of it. But now, enough with the yapping, so let's unpause and get to it. Just after unpausing, we get an event that gives us a really good state privilege for the clergy, and an even better buff for Constantinople. We're going to need it because of the conversion speed. That said, even with this buff there is no way to prevent this civil war, so we'll have to fight it anyway. But maybe we prevent a second civil war from happening. So I guess that's fine. For now we'll keep integrating Byzantium because this is the most valuable province, of course. And then we'll integrate Thessaloniki because look at these RTOs. So after the civil war I should build a road between Thessaloniki and Constantinople. Wait, I can actually integrate Thessaloniki right now, let's do it. I forgot we were still implementing this government reform and look at how good it is. Look, another event. This one's going to give us a huge buff for the efficiency of our cabinet. I know you could go with the first option, but this one buffs the Francian culture, and I'm not even close to being the dominant nation of the Francian culture, so yeah, I'm going with the second option instead. I have to tell you, just because of how many events it has, playing the Latin Empire is super fun. Much more than France, Denmark or Muscovy, which were super fun for me. Alright, it's time for the civil war. Let's see if we get to survive this, cause it seems hard, but at least we can call in Bulgaria and Serbia, they might be useful. Or well, I actually have much more levies than they have, so it should be very easy. Dude, now I feel bad for hyping up such an easy war. Please forget I did it, I'm sorry. I'm even going to get another one, but this one's going to be even easier than the first war. By the way, look at this, we're integrating Chalkidiki very fast, like 4% every month. This is because I discovered a bug, let me show it to you. I mean, it isn't that deep, you only need to use reintegrate instead of integrate on a single province, and that's how it works. Although I'm pretty sure this isn't how it works with Milan, but as long as it works with the Latin Empire, we're fine. So basically what we're doing now is to rush the integration of provinces where we can get control, those being Dardanelles and Chalkidiki because I'm going to build a local governor in Thessaloniki. And then we'll do the same with Euboea and the remaining locations of Morea, because I plan to build a second local governor in Athens. Hey nice, this event is going to help us to integrate everything much faster. I'm going with the first option, form a distinct Francian bureaucracy, because we get max control, monthly control and speed of integration. Every other option has some downside, like this one giving less speed of integration, this one giving us less state satisfaction decay, and this one not giving speed of integration at all. We also get legitimacy, right? Yeah, we do. So let me grant something to Thessaloniki. We're going with Staple Port. Can I also grant Granary Town? Yeah. And now we're going to get back our legitimacy. By the way, I just won the second civil war, which was super easy to do. Now we also got our local governor, so let's see if things get better. Because look at this, we have positive tolerance of heretics, so this means we shouldn't be getting Orthodox revolts like the two we got. And I think we only got them because of our low control everywhere, so after getting this local governor and the one we're going to get in Athens, I think everything's going to be much better. And we got another very cool event. This one is going to give us an annex casus belli against the Ottomans, and we're going to use it right now. Actually, let me fully annex Byzantium first. Alright, now that we get it, we're going to declare on the Ottomans. I know it looks like they're much stronger, but they're not going to be able to cross the strait. And if anything goes wrong, I can always call in Bulgaria and Serbia, but let me try to do it alone first. Well, they actually did it, but these guys are going to lose to attrition, so yeah, very easy war once again. Also for some reason they moved their capital to the Balkans, which doesn't make any sense, so yeah, we're going to get ticking war score and finish the war very easily. We already won. They still have more troops than me though, so I'm not going to cross to Anatolia, that would be very stupid. I mean, trying to siege down Constantinople is even more stupid than crossing to Anatolia, so yeah, the AI is just being delusional at this point. Alright, so this is what we're going to take. We're going to kick them out of the Balkans, we're going to take some of the western Anatolian coast, and we're going to make them give us access and their Greek slaves. And we're doing much better now. The issue is we're going to get a fourth Orthodox Zealot civil war, because I had another one even though I haven't showed it because it's repetitive. So yeah, I think we're going to have to invade Bulgaria and take the Patriarchate of Tarnovo to stack more tolerance of heretics. So let me break my alliance with them and then we'll start spying on the next month take. Now 7 years later we get the casus belli, so it's time to declare on Bulgaria. There comes the first important battle and I think we're going to win, are we? No, maybe not. I didn't expect to lose this battle, we're also losing so much troops. But in the end we got it, so that's all that matters. Oh wait, Bulgaria tried to ambush us, and we won this battle as well, so this is going to be very easy from now on. We only need to keep winning some more easy battles before trying to siege down Bulgaria. There goes one more, and now Bulgaria has no army, right? Yeah. Well, we lost a battle, so we're going to have to try something else. I'm going to try to land in Varna, then in Drastar, and then siege down Wallachia so I can piece them out separately. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, let's see what happens. It does, so let me piece them out before they beat me. So now we should be able to siege down Sliven, then Tarnovo, and call it a day. Or maybe not, these guys popped out of nowhere and defeated my army. Let me grab some mercenaries to siege down Tarnovo. This is being much harder than I expected. They just keep getting more mercenaries, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. Right, let me take these two provinces and I'm going to make them break their fort in Tarnovo, just so I can beat them up in the next war in 1 month. I also took Vidin by the way, so let me release these guys as a fiefdom. Actually I'm going to release these two provinces as well, because there is no way I can get proximity there because of these mountains. Now let me start spying on Venice as well, because I want to finish reconquering everything that was owned by the Latin Empire, and I'll declare on the Karasids as well, because well, it's very easy to beat them. Let me do it right now actually. Alright, we get the Karasids and now we're going to declare on Venice. I think we have a chance to lose this war, so let's play it safe, because their navy is much stronger than ours. For now I'll just gather my army and try to farm some war score from battles. I think this is the easiest way to play this war. Hey, look at this, Hungary also offered us an alliance, so why not? Let's take it. Everything's going fine for now, well, not anymore, we just lost a battle. At least we got to fix it by just stacking more troops. And we just won the war. So the only thing we're missing now are these two locations. We're already spying on Naples. Alright, we got the claim, so it's time to declare the war. Just so you know, we're going to do the same we did against Venice. Simply waiting until they land some troops and wiping them. Just like this. Easy, this was 20% war score. How much do we need? Well, we don't need that much actually. We only need them to give up, because they're trying to win a war they can't win. There is it, they finally gave up. Let's send the demand. And nothing really happened. I expected some kind of event, because well, we reconquered everything that was part of the Latin Empire back in the day. But yeah, nothing happened, so... I mean, I guess it's fine, it doesn't really matter at this point, because we already stabilized the country. But yeah, it would have been nice to have some kind of event. Because we now have this government reform that says we can create the Latin Reconquest, casus belli, and we can use the reintegrate province cabinet action, which isn't bad at all because look at everything else you can get from this, like crown power, cultural capacity, tax efficiency, and many more things, like it's not bad in any sense. But it would be even cooler if we got a new government reform that replaces this one, where you lose these two things, which are useless now, and everything else gets buffed. This would be much more interesting than what we have, which is already fine, but it would be even better. Anyway, enough yapping, let's declare on Bulgaria and finally conquer Tarnovo, because we need to stack some more tolerance of heretics. By the way, they have no way to win because I built a fort in Shantia, so if they want to go to this side, they'll have to cross through these mountains and die in Thessaloniki. If they go this way, they won't be able to siege down Constantinople, so yeah, they're just going to lose to attrition. This would be their best shot, like trying to siege down Shantia, but their armies are smaller than mine, and it's also a hills location, so look at how easy it is to beat them. See? We're also going to defeat the Romanians in Haskovo, and now the war is pretty much over. Let me separate piece Romania. And now unless Halik cheats and gets to cross through Romania without having military access, because I am pretty sure they don't have it, yeah they don't, we'll be able to win very easily. Well, would you look at this? Halik is here. I don't really know how did they get to Bulgaria, unless they changed how military access works, and now you no longer need to ask a subject for military access as long as you ask the overlord. Which would make sense, it was this way in EU4, but it never was this way in EU5. Also, Hungary just called us into a war they can't win, so we're going to decline the offer. I don't even know why are they trying to win this war. I was about to say we were on a stalemate until Halik decides to leave, but they just decided to leave, so let's accept the white peace offer. And now we only need to have some patience. Oh nice, the Bulgarians are getting mercenaries again. Oh nice, they siege down Shantia. Are they also going to siege down this location before I finish with their capital? Oh yeah, of course not, because they don't need to, they're going to stack wipe me now, are they? Yeah, they are. Okay, so if the AI is going to do this, let's make something even funnier. We're going to make them dismantle pretty much every single fort they have. Should I also ask them for money? Yeah, why not? And now we're simply going to truce break them because there's no way we're going to deal with this anymore. We just stack wipe Bulgaria and Romania, and I think we only have to deal with Halik now. Do we? Yeah, only Halik. Oh nice, Romania got... what's this? 12k mercenaries. Nice. And Halik got 5k more. Yeah, let me finish this cause there's no way I'm going to keep fighting. Time to send this demand and call it a day. Alright, let me keep the patriarchate and now let's see how is our country looking. Well, it's finally fine. Look at this, we got nice control pretty much everywhere, aside from Epirus and Albania. Enough religious tolerance to not have more revolts anywhere. We're also passively converting everyone just because of show unity of faith, which is awesome. Our balance is also huge, right now it's 63, but when we get to 0 stability and stop paying for it, we'll be at around 130, 150, so that's also nice. We're getting armories as well, so we'll be able to get manpower and recruit decent units. And our estates and crown power are almost perfect. The only thing we need to remove is land rights, but besides this, everything else is perfect. So yeah, we're now in a very good position to do these 3 events, which only ask you to get 40 locations in Serbia, Bulgaria and Anatolia. And by doing so, we would get plus 20 stability and more integration speed, which is very fine. And I would normally continue the campaign until I get to do this, but I am really burnt out. Like, having to fight against infinite mercenaries isn't fun at all. And neither is having to siege 100 forts, so if you combine those 2 issues together, you have a very annoying game to play. So what I'll be doing is stopping this campaign right there, it's just too much for me right now. Not because it's too hard, because it isn't, it's just too annoying to keep playing. If for whatever reason anyone wants to continue this campaign, you know where to find a save. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching, with special thanks to my channel member Thomas Temperley. I'll see you on the next one, bye bye.